Oh, hey, welcome back to Adventures of Well and Me. It's been a little bit. I was really caught up trying to platinum Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. It was a bit of a roller coaster. I thought we had school holidays, so I had work off for that time to recuperate. And I thought I'd purchase this game. I loved it on the PSP when I played it on the PSP, and I wanted to experience it again before I got into the next Final Fantasy coming out, which was, or is, by the time I released this video, Final Fantasy 16. The good thing about this game was, because I'd already experienced, I knew what the story was. I loved it as it was. I loved Zack as a character. He's one of my favourite characters in all of Final Fantasy, so I knew I was going to have fun. And that's when I got sucked into doing the Platinum Trophy, because I just couldn't resist. I've platinumed the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it was just one of those experiences where I just loved what was going on. So I thought, let's try this one and try and platinum it as well. I heard it wasn't too hard. Sort of the hardest part is going to be fighting the super boss, which was hard. But I found some guides online for sort of strategies and read some of the things of how you could do it, make it a little bit easier, because some of the mechanics in the game can be a little bit frustrating, I guess, with like the fusion of the different materia to get what you're wanting to be able to be the most powerful, and taking hits, and using Phoenix Down, and having very limited amounts of Phoenix Down because you can't just go and buy them, and whew, it was an experience. I mean, I love the game, I love the story. If you love the Final Fantasy VII story arc as a whole thing, definitely go and play this game, even if you just want to play through normal mode and complete the main story without going and doing all the side missions, without trying to get all the trophies. You're going to love it anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you're wanting to go for the platinum. That story mode is great. Sorry for the jump cuts, I'm actually a little bit sick and recording this while I'm sort of just coming past the worst of the cold. Anyway, as I was saying, I got into playing the game, enjoying it again. I went, let's get the trophies. The hardest part for me was actually making sure that I interacted with all the people I needed to along the way. On my first playthrough, I realised I'd missed some stuff at the very start, and I'd saved over the progress bar. And you can't just go back and select the chapter again. You have to play through that whole section again. As it was, I was a little bit frustrated with that. But I persevered. I went, you know what, I'm going to try again. I've got New Game Plus, I'm super powerful now, let's go do it again. And that led to the fact that I missed another thing along the way, so I then had to play through a third playthrough of the game. So it can be a little bit tedious, but you don't actually have to do everything on your first run to get all those trophies. You can sort of play through it real quick with a few little different strategies to get some items that you can then use to help benefit your game. And I utilised that very much so, because it was frustrating that I had finished the game and missed things and knew I missed it, and then having done that a second time. But when you set yourself up to play through the game, at least through the story part, for the most part, once you've sort of finished that first playthrough, you can almost one-shot any enemy with your setup in that story. So it got to a point where, you know what, the main story is not that bad, because I can just rush through it and beat it in like 2-3 hours if I skip the cutscenes. So that brings me down to the whole part of what was hard in the game to get the trophy, to get that platinum, and really it came down to the fact that if you follow a guide, you're easily going to beat it. If you don't follow a guide, you'll find there are difficulties along the way that you really do need to sort of triumph over. The secret boss is one of them. It takes quite a bit of effort to work out how to go about that, and you need a certain number of Phoenix Downs, certain strategy in advance if you want to do it certain ways to be able to actually beat that in an efficient manner. Other than that though, it's just making sure you're talking to all the NPCs and interacting with all the little things along the way, doing the mini games when they pop up, making sure that you beat them to get certain scores and all that stuff. So, for the most part, it's actually really easy. You're just following a set guide. Maybe play through it once on normal mode, actually play through it on hard mode to begin with. Maybe that might even be a better way, because you need to beat it on hard mode to get a trophy. So play through on hard mode, start New Game Plus, go play through on normal, and follow a guide on that second playthrough, and you'll actually be able to platinum it really quickly. Skip all the cutscenes. You know, it's just start, skip, whatever the button was. You're done. So, would I recommend people platinum in it? If you enjoy getting platinum trophies and you actually do like the Final Fantasy franchise, absolutely, go ahead and platinum it. It's not a hard platinum. I sort of made it harder for myself by not following the guide through for the second playthrough. Do I recommend following a guide for the first playthrough? No, actually just go and play the game. It's not that complex once you sort of read through the instructions in the game and work out how to do some of these things. So don't get intimidated by it. It's actually not too bad. But that being said, I just wanted to make a quick video because I haven't made one in a while, and that was the last game I platinumed. Currently I'm playing Elden Ring. I got Elden Ring as well recently. I got that for $30. Someone was selling it on eBay, so managed to pick that up for quite cheap, so I'm playing that. Also, slowly, just when I'm not feeling like playing that, I'm slowly playing Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, because I've never finished that one, and being that I'm an absolute Final Fantasy nerd, I thought I would go through and play that as well. I don't know why I never finished it. I think it was because set up at the old house and da-da-da-da-da-da. So, not too stressed about that, but slowly going through that one and trying to get a better understanding of how that game plays as well. And the other thing that I've been playing at the moment is Tears of the Kingdom. Legend of Zelda came out between my last video and this one, and look, I'm enjoying it. I think the problem for me is it feels very similar to Breath of the Wild, which makes it feel like it's not an overly new experience. Yes, there are some new things in there. I don't know, it's still great. Like, I'd give it like at least 8 out of 10 in terms of gameplay and the way that the story runs. But I don't think I would give it a 10 out of 10 just because there are a lot of mechanics that just feel the same as Breath of the Wild, which makes it feel a little bit repetitive, I guess. But, you know, I'm enjoying that one too. And the fusion mechanic with some of the items is actually quite entertaining. Being able to move things and stick them to others and do all that. I've currently got 2 of the realms back in order, so I've got the Sage of the Wind, the Sage of the Fire. Very confused with what I'm supposed to do with the Gerudo one, whatever Sage that one is. And I'm sort of slowly working through the Zora one as well at the moment to do the Sage of the Water. So, getting there. I'm not too far away. I've got all the map unlocked now, and I'm just slowly getting through it now. So, hopefully I can do a video about that sometime soon. Anyway, with the day that I'm recording this, Final Fantasy 16 comes out in 4 weeks, so I'll be definitely playing that. Birthday comes around next week as of recording this video, so hopefully I get some new goodies for that as well. So, no, we'll see. Anyway, take care, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.